Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the 1 month chart. We're sitting here just above 51 cents. And if you look at the chart, we're fluctuating within a 5-cent range between 50 and 55 cents. But people are so frustrated right now all over X. I see it on a daily basis. You know, this is the time you just stay patient. We know alt season is coming. On top of that, there's a few other catalysts that can send XRP as well. One of them being the Ripple versus SEC case coming to an end. That would push the price. Ripple going live with their stablecoin. That could be another catalyst as well. Or maybe big announcements around tokenization. Well, you know, tokenization is definitely going to drive the price of a lot of these cryptocurrencies. If I had to put a time frame on tokenization, I think it's going to start big throughout the second half of this year. And as it picks up, we're going to see so many different companies tokenizing assets. There's going to be new projects coming into the XRP ledger focused only on tokenization, bringing that value to the XRP ledger over time. But you know, all it is now is like the calm before the storm. It's definitely coming. We are going to see a major run-up on XRP. Just stay patient till it happens. This comes from Crypto Eddie. Master XRP commitment to sell agreement. Chasing money is a nightmare for business owners. Since January, we learned Tranglo was behind in payments to Ripple and put on a schedule for 2024. February and March, 100K. April, May, June, July, 150K. 5 days ago, an amendment was made. The commitment to sell agreement. So think about it like this. Ripple owns a 40% stake in Tranglo. Tranglo is having problems paying back Ripple. So Ripple could acquire Tranglo at some point. But I think what's going on here is, and I see it because I talk about all the big announcements in the rails, Tranglo just put a lot of new rails in place. Maybe they're waiting for inflows to happen so they can pay back the money. And, you know, we won't really know what's going on behind the scenes yet. We'll have to wait and see how this all plays out. But I think most likely there's other problems as well. Whenever you own a business, you have to factor in inflation. Maybe inflows slow down for a couple months as well, but they pick up later. And, you know, that's all I think is what's really going on. But I'll keep you up to date on what's going on with Tranglo. XRP Ledger, AMM misconceptions cleared by market analysts. Now, some of you asked me to talk about the AMM. So Panos Mekris says that you should put in new money. In other words, don't put in your XRP that you're already holding. Mekris explained to his followers that providing liquidity should be taken as a separate income strategy, which would not require users to add the XRP tokens that they plan on holding. So in other words, if you want to try to earn passive income through the AMM, it's better to buy fresh XRP and put it in the AMM. Don't tap into your already existing bag. Your long-term bag is what he's saying. And I look at that as good advice. And there is some risk with the AMM. And they go on to explain, like if you were going to have money in a USD to EUR pair, like Euro pair, there's no real risk in that. However, if you were going to put in XRP against an XLM as a pair, well, then that would definitely have some volatility to it. But you know, I always tell people, you got to do your own research on something like this. And if you are planning to try to get passive income from this or a new, flow of money, then I would definitely start with fresh XRP. I definitely would not leverage my bag in an AMM, but that's just my opinion. So Ripple, Medico, HSBC together, these form a complete digital asset offering for HSBC's institutional clients. Once live in 2024, HSBC's new digital asset custody service will complement HSBC Orion, the bank's platform for issuing digital assets, as well as HSBC's recently launched offering for tokenized physical gold. Now think about it like this, right? We just watched what happened with the Bitcoin ETFs. You can't borrow against them. Financial institutions are not going to hold something on their balance sheet that they cannot leverage or borrow against. So this, to me, looks like a much better path forward. Think about financial institutions getting involved with tokenized physical gold. And I think anything that's tokenized, you will be able to leverage and borrow against in the future. What I think happened with the Bitcoin ETFs is this. BlackRock created a whole bunch of hype around it, got people interested in it, and they're going to rug on those people. Those people are going to become exit liquidity for BlackRock. That's what I see going on. And if you're a financial institution, you don't put anything on your balance sheet that you cannot leverage moving forward. That's why I think tokenization is going to be way bigger than any ETF. It's the same reason that I don't think we need an ETF when it comes to XRP. The IMF, Ross Lesko, sitting next to Brad Garlinghouse, thanks Ripple for its expertise, advice, and guidance. Take a listen.
We are engaging very closely with the private sector and the industry, and last year put in place a high-level advisory group of industry leaders from the private and public sectors to help guide us in our work on fintech. I'm very happy to say that Chris Larson, one of the co-founders of Ripple, and Sapnendo Mohante from the Monetary Authority of Singapore are both part of that group, and we're very grateful for the advice that they give us.
So think about it. The IMF is taking advice from Ripple, right? But Ripple is not going to be part of moving the world's money. That's what people want you to believe. This all tells you right here that Ripple is already going to be involved with moving the world's money through XRP. 3/13/2024, Ripple at the Tokenization Policy Summit, presenting a chart by the IMF. Why do we care about tokenization? We come for the crypto and stay for the tokenization. And that's the path forward for crypto. And a lot of you asked me, when do I think tokenization is going to start to affect the price of XRP? I think it starts second half of this year. When will we see the trillions of dollars in tokenized assets come to all of these networks? Most likely over the next year or two. And I think it's going to be an upward only event for these cryptocurrencies. In other words, we're only going to see upward movement. You can't have all this value coming to these networks and these cryptocurrencies involved in moving these assets all around the world with no steady upward price movement. It doesn't make sense. Think about it like this. Tokenized asset into XRP to tokenized asset, or tokenized asset into XRP into fiat. Tokenized asset into XRP into CBDC or stablecoin. And that's where we're going to see a lot of value come from. And when BlackRock is telling you that tokenization is the path forward, you pay attention. Because I think he built hype for Bitcoin but they're actually here for the tokenization. This comes from Smoke. Pay attention, SWIFT's new strategy involves instant and frictionless payments to 4 billion accounts using agnostic standards. Ripple equals currency agnostic. Ripple emerging standards like ISO. Swift's CBDC platform uses ISO blockchain-based messages. So you see it all coming together around Swift as well. But whenever I talk about Ripple and Swift working together, right away, people in the comments section are like, that's years away. This is gonna happen in 2025. That's how close we actually are. Once ISO goes live all around the world, that's it. We're gonna start to see value come from that instantly. And I think it's gonna happen at a very high level. I think we're gonna start to see steady upward movement on these ISO cryptocurrencies. I think that all starts next year. This year, however, we are going to have an alt season. I could also see value coming from tokenized assets. Considering how much wealth and freedom Bitcoin, with its high fees, slow transactions, environmentally harmful mining, unknown creator, and lack of utility has generated. Just imagine the potential that a utility token like XRP is poised for. You know, XRP is going to work like the bridge currency. We know that. And a lot of people think all the money is going to come from the transactions. That's why they always tell you, you know how many transactions it's going to take to move the price of XRP? Don't focus on the transactions. Focus on the liquidity that XRP provides. I think we're going to see massive liquidity pools set up all around the world. This also comes from Crypto Eddie. If you come across a YouTube video that's claiming the email from Monica Long regarding the use of USDT for ODL is a Photoshop, you can confirm it's in the Ripple's Remedies reply, Exhibit F, page 141 to 143. Case 120-CV10832. So that's part of legal documents. And we know, and this would actually make sense. Think about it. Ripple pushed their ODL customers in the United States away from using XRP as a bridge currency into ODL using USDT. That makes 100% sense, is what I'm saying. Because think about it. Okay, the court is looking at XRP as a security. Ripple, still to this day, is tied up with the SEC until settlement happens. So Ripple had to come up with a solution for its US-based on-demand liquidity clients. We want you to start using USDT instead of XRP. What's Ripple doing now? Creating a stablecoin that can be used by their US customers. And this is also a time bomb, a ticking time bomb. That's what Tether is. Ripple's stablecoin is hopefully going to be released just in time for us to send our profits to, before the collapse of Tether and 99% of cryptos going to zero. This will bring in huge liquidity. One last hurrah for a long crypto winter. Now, people think that we're going to see an altcoin season happen, a major run-up. Then we're going to pull down. And then we're going to go into a long, drawn-out crypto winter. I think that's going to happen for Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen for utility-driven cryptocurrencies. There's way too many ties for these utility-driven cryptocurrencies to have a long, drawn-out crypto winter. Utility is going to start to drive the price of these cryptocurrencies. And like I said, steady upward movement is what I see happening, because that's what actually makes sense. There's no other outcome for these ISO cryptocurrencies. Too many ties. They're already being tied in to the new financial system. XRP is the chosen one. Financial institutions know it. Banks know it. Corporations know it. Politicians know it. Big tech knows it. This comes from Emily. And it's true, you just look at the ties that Ripple has, and these ties go back years. There's even a reason Rosie Rios, the former treasurer of the United States, joined the Ripple team. Because Ripple is already in motion. The train has already left the station. That's why when I tell you, when you look at the price of XRP right now, just stay patient. Because our time is definitely coming. We are going to get rich off of XRP. It's just a matter of time. But until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, so we can get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.